Hello friends, uh, today I am going to start with a mathematics series in which for first few videos are going to be recapitulation videos. Okay, they are going to be about basic concepts of few things of classes 6 to 7. Okay, and the students whose basic concepts are not clear in classes 6 and 7, they can go through these few videos of recapitulations. I am going to name it as recap videos. So these recap videos will be there for 6th to 7th classes for their basic concepts, for clearance of basic concepts regarding almost I'm going to touch every topic in these two classes. Okay, and then after that we'll start with the series of maths from class 8 onwards, 8, 9 and so on. So first of all we are going to start with a recap. So this is my recap 1. In recap, this is recap and first series. Okay, first video of recap. Okay, so I can write it as or let it be recap 1 only. Okay, so in class 6 we always start, not only in class 6, 7, 8, 9, in all the 4 classes. If you go through the chapters of maths under NCERT syllabus, you'll find that in all these chapters, the very first chapter is related with number system. Okay, it is related with number system. It is very basic part of mathematics. Okay, it's one of the basic part of mathematics, one of the basic chapters where students from where students have to start understanding the numbers. Okay, so I'm going to start from the very beginning of the number system. Okay, so that the very new student or a student who is from very from a very if he is not able to understand the concepts of maths, he also or she also can understand through these recaps videos. Okay, so in number system, first of all I am going to start with basic numbers. Basic numbers. What are basic numbers? See, throughout the world, everywhere in the world, everywhere, all of the numbers are made up of these basic numbers. Every number which we see around us are made up of these basic numbers. What are these basic numbers? They are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. We are having basically these 10 numbers which are there for they are the basic numbers, and they are the creator of each and every other number which is there in the world we see around. Okay, bigger to bigger number or smaller to smaller number, from rational number to natural number to whole number to real numbers. What type of numbers are there? All the numbers are made up of these basic numbers. So you have to understand that these are the basic numbers. In Hindi we call them mool sankhyaएं. Okay, so this is the very first thing which you all have to understand. Okay, then second thing is natural numbers. What are natural numbers? Now natural numbers are the counting numbers. Natural numbers are the counting numbers. Now when we are saying counting numbers, it means these numbers are used to count. And whenever we are using any number for counting, we never start any number with 0. For any type of counting, we always start any counting from 1. So the counting numbers start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. They are unlimited. You cannot get any limit. You will not be able to find any limit. They are unlimited. They are non-ending. Okay, so these are the counting numbers which start from 1. Okay, remember one thing, that every natural number has its predecessor except the smallest natural number. Which one is the smallest natural number? 1 is this smallest natural number, and except this number, every other number is having its predecessor as well as its successor. Predecessor and successor. Now what is predecessor and what is successor, I'll be discussing a little further. Then next numbers which we should know are whole numbers. What are the next numbers? Whole numbers. When we consider whole numbers are just the collection of counting numbers. Whole numbers are collection of counting numbers including 0. Collection of counting numbers including 0. It means 0 and counting numbers. 0 and counting numbers, or you can say 0 and natural numbers. Okay, 0 and natural numbers. These are the whole numbers. So we can start by writing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Again, they are unlimited, limitless. They are not having any end point, or they are not having any end. They are also unlimited. You can go up to any limit for whole numbers. And what is the difference between natural or the whole numbers? Natural numbers start from 1. They start directly from 1, whereas whole numbers, they include 0 as well, and they start from 0. I hope you have understood till now. Next next group of numbers is fraction. Next group of numbers are fractions. These fractions actually are known as part of a number, part of a whole. Okay, fractions are part of a whole, a part of a whole. So these are fractions. Now when we talk about fractions, you can say that fraction is written in the form of, fractions are the numbers written in A by B form. Written in A by B form, where A and B, they both belong to natural numbers. In fact, A belong to, just a minute, where A belongs to whole numbers family, and B belongs to natural numbers family. Or simply we can say A and B belong to whole numbers family, where B is not equal to 0. We can write like that also, or we can simply say that B belongs to natural numbers family. When I am saying B belongs to natural numbers, it means 0 is not included in natural numbers. So B cannot be equal to 0. For any of the fractions, B is never going to be equal to 0. So you better write it like this, that fractions are written as A upon B form, where A and B belongs to whole number and B is not equal to 0. Understood? What we can write? We can write that one fraction is equal to A upon B. We write fraction in the form of A by B, where A and B, they belongs to whole numbers family. W, if I am writing W as W means whole numbers, so A and B belongs to whole numbers where B is not equal to 0. So this is the definition of a fraction, and always remember when I am talking that A and B are positive, A and B belong to whole number, it means that A and B both are positive numbers. So sorry, so every fraction is a positive number. Fractions cannot be negative. Fractions cannot be negative. So you have to understand that fractions are always positive numbers, because they belong to the numerator and the denominator, both the numbers belong to whole numbers family, and in whole numbers we know that every number is a positive number. There is no negative number in whole numbers family. Understood? Now we'll move to further integers. So the next one is integers. Now next group of numbers which we are going to talk about is integers. Okay, the family of integers. Okay, integers are denoted by I. Okay, sometimes they are denoted by Z, capital Z also. Okay, so we'll talk about integers. What are integers? Integers are the numbers in which we not only include the positive numbers, we also include the negatives as well. It means a group of numbers in which collection of numbers of positives, 0 and negative numbers. Okay, positive numbers, 0 and negative numbers. That means if we talk about negative numbers, we know that negative numbers are, say, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, then 0 is there, then plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, and so on. So combination of all the three types of numbers, that is positive numbers, 0 and negative numbers. We say 0 here separately because zeros are neither positive nor negative. 0 is neither positive nor negative, so we don't include 0 in any of the sign numbers. Okay, but rest of the numbers, we know that to every number there is one to every negative number there is one corresponding positive number, and that is why we include all the negatives and all the positive numbers along with 0. This is going to constitute which type of numbers? Integers. So this is a group of family known as integers, and they are also endless towards both the sides, towards the right side as well as towards the left side. Integers are the numbers in which you can see that the order is in increasing way from left to right. Okay, in fact in all the numbers you can see that the order of the number is in increasing order from left to right. The value is in increasing order from left to right. Similarly, it is there in the integers also. Okay, so when we'll talk about number line, I'll discuss about it. Then after this, there is another family which is known as rational numbers. Rational numbers. These numbers are denoted by R, and in this case, in these numbers, how we define that the numbers which can be expressed in P by Q form. Okay, numbers expressed in P by Q form. In which form? P by Q form, where P and Q, they belong to integers and q is not equal to 0, and p and q, and one more thing is there are three parts in it, 1, 2 and 3, and p and q have no common factors. Why I have written this? Because this is required when I am going to discuss about irrational numbers, where I have to prove, and that is why there I need this point. So I am giving you this point as well in this. Okay, p and q in shortest form. Actually it is if I am writing that p and q have no common factors, it means I have written in shortest form or the smallest form, simplest form. Okay, so these are the rational numbers. Rational numbers are what type of numbers? The numbers which can be expressed in p by q form, where p and q belongs to integers family, and q is this one, the denominator one, q is not equal to 0, as well as p and q have no common factors in them. I hope you have understood rational numbers. There is another set of numbers known as irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Now simply the opposite of rationals is irrational numbers. The opposite of rational number is irrational number. The numbers which cannot be, numbers that cannot be expressed as, numbers that cannot be expressed in the form of in p by q form. So the numbers which cannot be expressed in p by q form are known as irrational numbers, and the examples of irrational numbers are √2, √3, √4 and so on. Remember that all the numbers which we have discussed till now can be expressed on a number line. Okay, natural numbers can be expressed on a number line, whole numbers can be expressed on a number line, integers can be expressed on number line, fractions can be expressed as on number lines, even rational numbers as well as irrational numbers can be shown on a number line. And the collection of all these numbers, in which we get all rational numbers or irrational numbers or integers or whole number. So collection of all these numbers when is represented on a number line, we call the collection of numbers as real numbers. What do we call? We call them real numbers. The numbers collectively can be expressed on number line known as real number line. Understood? So for classes 6 and 7 they can go up to this definition, classes 8th can go up to this definition, and now for 9th these two definitions are required. Okay, so the students who have not understood what is basic number or what is, you can just go through these and you will be able to understand. For example, basic numbers we have done. These numbers are the basic numbers, they are the foundation numbers of any number. Then you are having natural numbers, that means the counting numbers which start from 1, and it is also represented on a number line from 1 only, 1, then 2, then 3 and so on. It is endless towards one side. Okay, similarly whole numbers, they are represented with the they are represented on number line again with starting from 0, then 1, then 2, then 3 and so on. It is also unlimited towards one side, but remember that it has one fixed point to the to one of the sides and the other side is limitless. Okay, similarly fractions are there. there which can be represented on part of a whole. Okay, fractions are always positive numbers and they can be written in A by B form, where A and B belongs to whole numbers family and B is not at all equal to 0. Then we are having integers. Integers are the positives and the 0 and the negative numbers together. The collection of all the three together gives you integers. Okay, and rational numbers, the numbers which can be expressed in P by Q form, are known as rational numbers. And P by Q, when we are talking about P and Q, then P and Q belong to integers family. That means these rational numbers can be positive or negative, any. Okay, P and Q, Q is not equal to 0 and P and Q have no common factors in between them. Then irrational numbers are there, that the numbers that cannot be expressed in the P by Q form are known as irrational numbers. For example, √2, √3, √4 and so on. Similarly, we are having real numbers. Real numbers are the combination of all these numbers. Real numbers are the whole collection of all the numbers and they can be expressed collectively on a number line called a real number line. I hope this is these terms are now familiar with yours and you are now very much able to understand these. We'll come with another video of recap. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.